Hello everyone and welcome back to Shelter 2, and we are here with Kira's descendants, Eden, Via, Ash, and Echo, and we are actually about to continue because if you remember last time, Kira actually did successfully raise her litter of kittens to adulthood, and so we have all four of them here. We have Eden, the red kitten, Via, the dark kitten, Ash, the brown kitten, and Echo, the white kitten. And you guys have voted over this weekend to decide which of them will be the heir, and the answer is Via. Via is the one you guys want to see us continue with. Via is the dark kitten from Kira's litter. She was a little bit bigger, a little bit more aggressive, but she did seem to have quite a bit of personality through it, and that was what I saw a lot of you guys saying was why you voted for her. So we will actually be continuing with Via this time, and let's go ahead and do that. So yes, we do want to start a new game with Via. And we can go ahead and skip directly to giving birth, and it should go ahead and do that for us. So, we'll have to see, too, oh, and I should get my names up. I'll do that in just a moment. But we can see here, there's Via in the darkness and her kittens. This is such a cute scene. I just cannot get over how cute this is. And there we go. There we have Via, our mother. She really is quite a pretty lynx, and oh my goodness, look at her kittens. They're so unique in coloration. I don't think we've had any that are that similar to this before. The brown kitten looks so dark comparatively. The others have been lighter. So we'll have to see. Here we go. And the red kitten seems very, very red. Very red, much more red than Kira and Eden were. So it gives us the default names, but we're actually going to bring up our list of kitten names. And let us see. I'm going to kind of look through. Let's see which ones. I'm trying to find names that are pretty fitting. I think we'll call this kitten, we will call Mocha, even though Via probably has no idea what a mocha is, but since it's such a darker brown kitten, it does kind of look like mocha to me. So we have Mocha. We have, we'll go ahead and name this one Misty. Or, yeah, we'll go ahead and go with Misty. And I'm trying to see, what other names do we have? Let's name one of them. You guys have given me quite a few names, and I have to go through the entire list to try and figure out. I think we'll call this one will be Ebony. And let's see, one more to name. We'll go ahead. I'm trying to think. I'm looking for names for the very red kitten. I'm looking for names that kind of sound fiery or bright. Let's see. I'll go ahead. And oh goodness. I think we'll go ahead and name. Actually, you know what? I think instead of naming this kitten Ebony, we'll go ahead and save that name. And we will have Dawn and Dusk. And we'll have kind of a pair of kittens, a very bright kitten and a darker kitten. And we'll save the name Ebony because I'm sure we will have a chance to use it in the future. But I think that's just very fitting. And so we're actually, all of these are little girls. And then, of course, we have our mother, Via, who's a lot darker in coloration. And we're going to let her go ahead and try and raise her kittens. And hopefully they will all make it to adulthood. There we go. She ventures into the vast open world, a land full of prey to feed her starving family who are not yet strong enough to leave their warmth and shelter. So we have to go out into the winter. Oh, and there she is. And there are our little kittens in the background, and we have to go ahead and try and feed them. So you can hear them kind of crying in the background. So Via is a very strong, very aggressive lynx who isn't really afraid to take down larger prey, and I feel like she would definitely head somewhere where there is deer pretty quickly, and possibly even back to the winterlands, because she has, for one, only heard stories of the wolves that roam there, and for another, I think she's kind of bold enough to perhaps not even really care, because Via was, and this is kind of a little bit of an interesting thing that happened, Via actually did take prey from her little sister Echo in the final episode, which survival-wise was probably a good move, because it, even though it seems a little bit mean, it does ensure that she has enough to survive. So because she showed that boldness and that much more aggressive side, I think she probably wouldn't give too much care to the idea that there might be wolves. I think she would be ready to go and compete with them, and we'll have to see if that would cause any dangers. Oh, and look at, they are so cute. We'll have to see what that might be a little bit more dangerous. In fact, it would be a little bit more dangerous, but I think Via, because she is a very strong, very, very powerful, and kind of almost competitive, I want to say, she's ready to be in there in the competition of predators and ready to kind of push her way into her place in the food chain. I think she would consider herself probably strong enough to be able to survive the wolves. And remember, she has no direct memory of the wolves, because it was Kier and her sister and brother it was both her sisters, excuse me. It was her sister Solda and her other sister, what was the name? Viva. So it was Kier, Viva, and Solda who were actually the ones to see. Oh, it seems like there's prey up ahead. Yes, there is. But they were actually the ones who encountered the wolves with their mother, Inna. So Kier probably told her kittens stories of the wolves, but none of them have actually seen them for themselves. So I don't think Via has just heard tales of this predator in the shadows of the icy tundra in the north. She doesn't have any first-hand experience, but she may get some if we bring her down to the winterlands. But I think pretty much as soon as her kittens are ready to go ahead and follow her, she will bring them down to the tundra, because there is deer. And Via does remember deer. She remembers her mother hunting deer in the south, and how that was one deer was able to feed all of the kittens. And I think she would quickly tire of these bunnies that she has to keep getting two bunnies at a time to feed her whole litter. I think she'd just kind of want to cut to the chase and say, okay, here's a deer, kids, eat up. So I think we will be bringing her to the winterland as soon as her kittens are able to move. And we do know now that the fog that comes occasionally, the fog or whatever it turns out it is, are we able to jump with this bunny in our mouth? No, we actually can't, so, oops, we're stuck on a tree. I think we'll be bringing her to the winterland pretty much as soon as her kittens are able to move, because we did notice that the fog didn't seem to crowd in on the traveling points. It kind of went off to the sides, and I think Via did notice that the pathways seemed to be clear, or at least the one to the south. And yes, the south was comfortable, but I think Via also does have a little bit of an adventurous side to her that would make her kind of want to go explore new territory. And we'll have to see if that might at some point transfer into some of her kittens, or perhaps her kittens, who may go and explore the mountains area once we have that. I am looking into getting the DLC, so hopefully we will have that within a few generations here. We'll have to see. I'm trying to figure out a way of doing that. So we'll go ahead, we're just going to walk up here. I think we're gonna, we'll run a little bit. Don't want to waste too much stamina. And there's a collectible we should go grab. Oh, there goes a little vole thing right in front of the den. I'm sure that would be exciting for the kitten. You know how even our domestic cats like to watch stuff that goes by. Yeah, look how red little Dawn is. She's so red. I have never seen a kitten that red. Kier wasn't that red. Even little Eden wasn't that red. I think Dawn is the reddest lynx we've ever had in this game. And the darker colored kitten Dusk seems to be more of a grayish color than the sort of darker coffee-ish coloration that Viva was. And even Via herself is a little bit lighter in coloration than her aunt Viva was. Or Vavi, excuse me. It's Vavi, isn't it? It's Vavi, yes. It's hard to remember the names of the generations back, and I wasn't very good with keeping up with the names in that litter either. So there's a collectible down here. We'll go ahead and grab that, and then we gotta look around for prey. I don't see any prey right here. But I think Via here would just kind of want to get moving and get going on things. So as soon as, I think we have to feed these guys one more time, and then I think we'll be able to start heading down towards the winter area. And there is a bunny up ahead. So let's see. It's such a pretty game. I just cannot get over how pretty this game is. It's definitely a very artistic sort of aesthetic game in its style, much more than Wolf Quest takes much more of a realistic approach, but it's definitely a very, very beautiful style. I really like it. There's definitely a certain art to being able to, like, I mean, even though these don't look like realistic lynx, you can still tell they're lynx. There's definitely an art to that. Like, if we look at Via here, you can tell she's a lynx, but real life lynx don't have that fur coloration. She doesn't have quite, you can see that she's a little bit more blocky than lynx in real life are, perhaps. But you can still tell she's a lynx, even though her pattern isn't the most realistic. And there's a certain art to that. Like, you can tell these are trees, even though they have almost fantastical coloration. There is definitely something to that that's very, very beautiful and very... It takes a lot of talent to be able to do that. Oh, okay, and yes, we can check on our collectibles. How many do we have, by the way? 6 deer skull, 56 rabbit skulls, and 3 bird skulls. That's the other thing that Via would remember is her mother hunting birds. And let's go ahead and, oh, they're already scampering off. Dawn just kind of went scampering right off. She is so red, I can't even get over that. And Dusk is almost more bluish. That's a first. I haven't seen that before. Oh, I guess we're just dropping straight down into the bush. Okay. Okay, Via. However you want to do it. And I think she would just say, okay, kids, we're leaving the den now. You're old enough. And kind of just go this way. Man, I just can't get over how red Dawn is. And yeah, I definitely, I like the idea of having Dawn and Dusk, but we will definitely save Ebony as a name that we will come back to at some point, because I'm sure we will have some darker, there tends to be a darker colored kitten in every litter. So we will definitely save that one. And remember, guys, the names I choose aren't because I like one name more than another. It's because certain names I feel fit better for certain. So, like, Dawn fit really well for the very bright colored kitten that we have. And Dusk was kind of the natural. It would be hard to have Dawn and not have Dusk, and I just gave that to the middle, too. That wasn't a very smart choice. Usually you want to feed either side because they tend to line up the same way each time. Let's go ahead and sprint and try and grab this bunny. Yep, there we go. Alrighty. So there we go. Maybe if we're lucky, we can give it to the back here. If we go ahead, if I drop it over here, nope. Okay, so Dawn still needs food. And there's another bunny down there that we could give to her. So we'll just creep up on this little bunny right here and sprint. There we go. Alrighty. And Via is just gonna lead her kittens straight down towards this winter area. We'll have to see if that proves advantageous or if it proves to be a problem. And these two need more food, or at least Dawn does. Oh, Dawn and Dusk tend to line up right next to each other. I just realized that, and we'll stop for the collectible. Aw, I just realized that. That's so cute. And then the other two are Misty and Mocha. So we'll go ahead keep heading this way. It never hurts to have a little food on hand. We'll go after this bunny. Oh, come now, bunny. There we go. And we'll go this way. Alrighty. So we'll just jump straight in. No, you guys don't get food just here. You're not hungry just yet. Keep up, Dawn. They're not hungry just yet. I know they think they are, but they just had food. So we'll go this way. I want to try and bring them onward a little bit before we feed them, just in case we run into any sort of a food shortage up ahead. And the music is so nice and quiet and peaceful. It's just a very, very pretty game. Okay, they are starting to get hungry, so I'm going to feed these two first. You can see because if you watch Dawn's coloration, she got a lot less red. She got more tan. And they tend to lighten in coloration. Maybe that's just her springtime coat. I don't know. Usually they do tend to lighten in coloration before they, or when they start to get hungry. So it could just be her springtime coat because she doesn't look red even now that we've just fed her. But you can also see the others are a little smaller. Uh-oh. I think the darkness is coming. I hear it, yep. And I think she would just keep all of her kittens very close to her. They're gonna have to cross a stream up here. And I think Via would just say, keep up, kids, it's alright. Just stay very, very close. And hopefully none of them get scared. The winter place is just up ahead. And there is, however, a river. I think there's a log this way. I seem to remember that there was a log down this way from when we had Inna. Oh, Dusk is afraid. Okay. Alright, Dusk. Come here, Dusk. Come on, you're okay. Man, they look really blue in this light. Okay, Dusk, come here. You're coming with me. Let's go this way. We gotta be very careful not to let any of the kittens fall in. Did we... Keep up. Yeah, keep up, keep up, Misty. Yeah, there's a log up ahead. I can see it. I see two. It looks like this area is indeed clear. Ooh. There is some of the fog up ahead, though. So we want to be very careful not to go into it. Yeah, I think it is a fog as opposed to a mudslide because look how high it is. Misty, you're scaring me when you trail behind like that. So here is a log. And we're gonna cross. Oops, here's the way you can get up on it. I think Via is just a very unintimidated Lynx in just saying, okay, come on, there's something scary, we're just gonna face it. Okay, come on to the log, you guys. Come on to the log, do not fall off. You guys are walking so close to the edge, you're kind of scaring me a little bit. But I think she kind of has a little bit more of the strong will survive, but sometimes the weak will not. And so she's determined to teach all of her kittens to be strong, but if they can't be strong, then she is, I think, more prepared, perhaps, and maybe a little bit less emotionally attached. That, again, that is personifying, but it seems like she's maybe a little bit less emotionally attached. Just kind of from the more bold, aggressive tendencies she showed. It did seem like she was pretty close to her mother, and I think these guys are starting to get hungry, so we're going to need to hunt again. And I'm going to drop... Keep up, Dusk. I'm going to drop Dusk and continue on. I don't see any prey up here. I think the fog kind of spooked some of the prey, which is another reason I think she's just determined to keep moving. She knows her kittens will get hungry. Oh, here we go. Alrighty. And we will continue on into the tundra. And here we are. And let's just head straight in and see if we can find any prey. Because, oh, there's a collectible here. But I am pretty sure that there should be prey right off the bat. Or pretty close to here at least. There's another collectible. I'm starting to notice the collectibles more and more as I play the game. I think I'm getting more used to seeing when something is a little bit out of the ordinary. I did get a collectible. And there, up ahead, oh, there's something over here as well. But I think there are deer, it looks like, in the distance there. So I think Via would kind of keep heading that way because she can see there are some bunnies a little bit closer as well. And she wants to keep heading straight for these deer. But she will stop and grab bunnies along the way if she can. And she will go ahead and stalk, and then, oh, here goes one this way. Oh, yeah, I know I can eat it. Yeah, I know. Come on. Will you let me? Here goes another. So I dropped one. And, oh, come on, don't get tired, please. Oh, good grief. Yeah, I know I can jump up by hitting space. I think we gotta slow down a little bit. Kittens should be coming. Kittens. Where'd they go? Are they behind me? They're behind me. Okay, that's where they were. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's all 4 of them. They're just kind of grouped up right now. But there's more bunnies up ahead. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have all of them. And we're going to go ahead up here and try and get this bunny. Just kind of try and stalk it. Here we go. It's running. And, oh, goodness gracious me. Where'd it go? I don't see where it went. Oh, there's bunnies. There's bunnies over here. We'll get one of these bunnies. Got it! Oh! I've never seen this before. I think, did I lose my bunny? Mouse left. Did I just knock something out of the tree? Oh, there's a nest of eggs! Oh, okay. Oh, it looks like it feeds all the kittens, too. Can you see when there's something in the trees? Is that something in the trees over there? I don't know. It looks like you can. That's new. I think I'd heard of that, but I hadn't actually ever done it before. So, that was kind of a nice little chance that we happened on that tree. I think Via would very much remember that and kind of file it away in her mind that, oh, we can paw at some of these trees and it'll knock down food, and it'll knock down a lot of food. Oh, there we go. Okay. There goes another bunny. Kittens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I'm going to wait for them, and then I will just drop it on this side so these two can have it. And then we are making our way. I see another tree down there. You can see there is food up in the tree. I think we're going to make for that tree. And I'm not being overzealous with gathering the skulls, because you tend to get those pretty frequently. But you can see up ahead that there is a nest of eggs right there. So let's go ahead and just come. We're going to actually leave these bunnies alone because we don't actually need to hunt them. We're just going to go for that nest. Everybody is still following, right? Nobody's laying down, okay. As long as nobody's laying down, you can see, is that an owl up in the tree? I think that's an owl. Oh, it must be the owl's eggs. Sorry, owl, but Lynx babies need to eat. That's almost the reverse of Wolf Quest, where you have eagles coming to prey on the kittens. Here, it's the... Did we lose somebody? Did we lose somebody? Nope, they're coming. Here we have lynx preying on the baby, or the bird eggs and the bird babies. So let's get up here and go ahead and shake the tree. And we should have that nest come down. That poor owl will not be happy, but this is nature. Go ahead and eat, you guys. There we go. And we'll make sure they get a nice snack. Can we collect that? No, I don't think there's anything to collect. So, I think Via is all for kind of economizing. If there's something big that can feed all of her kittens, she's gonna go for it. As opposed to, something smaller that just feeds a few at a time. She will use food that feeds it only a few at a time, and the deer seem to be up here now. And oh, it looks like it's time to wrap up the episode for today, but we will come back next time, and we'll have to see if the wolves do find Via and her kittens, or if they manage to escape the wolves' detections. But I will see you guys then, and until next time, this is Jay, over and out.